still here?
Still haven't left yet.
You had a good line about knock opportunities there for Ethan Bear. What have you liked so far from Bear in camp, and what are you hoping to see in these next few games?
First and foremost, he came in committed with one goal, is to make this team. You know, he worked hard all summer. His fitness level's excellent. He came in. His attention to detail about what it's going to take to play in the NHL has been very good. His attitude's excellent. So it's an opportunity for him. Like we played Pearson a little more earlier just because we didn't know a lot about him. I mean, I've known Bear for a few years, watching him now. So he's a guy that was going to get a good opportunity with Pearson down. He's going to get a great opportunity.
Dave, what would you say is Ethan Bear's strongest trait on the ice?
You know what? I think he's a good two-way player. He moves the puck well. He skates well, thinks the game, and I think that's come with experience. He thinks the game pretty well. So now he's just got to make sure he's at the speed and thinking at an NHL level that allows you to win. You know, there's times when young players try to make too much of a play and they don't realize that a bailout is a good play for that situation. And there's times where he knows he has to dig in a little harder on the details of defending, details of structure on the game. But he's a third-year pro now. He's a guy that he's starting to get it, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in the next couple of games.
How do you plan to deploy McDavid and Draisaitl tonight?
One right after the other.
On separate lines. So.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well, no, they'll play together sometimes too. But with Nuge out tonight, I'm going to play them both at center. I just want to have a look at that.
is there a little bit of a, I'm not concerned, but you know, with the McDavid getting back, you kind of want him to wear off the rest with potentially his regular line mates. Is that a little bit of a fine line that you're trying to balance a little bit?
No.
Dave, you guys have said all along that you'll proceed with caution with Connor. How much discussion was there about whether to have him play this game tonight, and why is he playing?
Yeah, we just we want to basically put it in his court. How much do you want to play? I said, where are we at? Felt good yesterday coming out of the game. Felt like he can play a lot better, and wanted to get back in this game and get himself up and running. So we'll reevaluate it again after this game and see where he's at.
So a lot of this is coming from him wanting to get back back in there.
This is him wanting to get going. Yeah.
Nygaard and Bertisov, two players. Looks like they'll probably start with Leon anyway tonight. Yeah. You see them as wanting to see how they can think the game with top six forwards?
I want to see how they react in certain situations, and especially with Bertisov, is we have to. How much is he grabbing the structure we want to play with? You know, and he's got good skill. He's worked hard in practice, but we got to see where he's at the next couple of games, just in how we want to play. And when you want to play, you know, we've talked about 5 attack, 5 back. It takes everybody doing their job, so you have no weak links. So we just have to see how he's grabbing the structure we want to play with, and as well as doing what he can to show what he's got, especially on the offensive side. He has the ability to score with that shot he has. So I'm interested to see how. There's Nygaard, there's Bertisov, there's Haas tonight as forwards. This is good opportunities. Haas seems to me like he's coming on. The first couple games, you could tell he struggled with the pace of the game and maybe the size of the rink, size of the players. But in practice, he's come on a little bit, so I'm interested to see how he goes tonight.
Are you looking for Haas to do one thing really well so that you notice it's okay, I can use him in this situation or whatever?
You know what? You look for one thing, but for him, it's a unique opportunity. It's some of my conversations I've had with him, and not just because he's Swiss, but his coach over there used to call him a Swiss Army knife because he does a lot of little things well, right? And so, but for my end, it's he has to be sound defensively. I want to use him in some PK stuff tonight. He might get a little bit of second power play tonight, so we'll see. We just want to see how he responds in different situations. But all in all, you look at him as his 5-on-5 game. How is he controlling the middle of the ice? Is he making plays? Does he has the capability of defending down low in our zone? So just kind of looking to solidify the basics with him first before we get him into real defined.
Yurko, he's another guy with some offensive ability. but are you looking for somebody else to jump out with you with some offensive history? When you got lots of good role players you can check and stuff.
Yeah, we need, I mean, those, between Bertisov, Yurko, Nygaard, and even Haas to a little bit extent, we want to see some skill level, right? The skill level those guys bring, and how they can bring that skill level to an NHL game. So Yurko's done it a little bit before. There's been spurts in the camp where Yurko's looked really good, and then he's got a couple bumps and bruises that have pushed them back. So this is a big game for him tonight, especially playing with Connor.
Sorry to interrupt. Outside of Nugent Hopkins and Neal, McDavid and Draisaitl, those other two spots on those top two lines, do you still view it as the competition somewhat open for guys to be grabbing those, or
Yeah.
are the incumbents that you've already had in there kind of?
No, that competition is still open. It's still open. We went in with the plan that I wanted to make sure that the veterans got their first look, but now we're open to somebody stealing a job also.
What's the goaltending plan the next two games?
The goaltending plan tonight is Mike Smith for the whole game. We'll read and react after that.
And Manning, you're going to play with Lagesson tonight, is that how?
Yeah, Manning's he's had a little bit of time on the right side, so we'll give him a shot there. We're looking for that pair just to be a solid, simple pair, just make good plays and go on the road. And we talked to our team, there's got to be a mindset where we want to play well on the road, really play a real strong road game, simple road game, play hard, and see if we can find the results we want.
You still want a seventh number, you're still looking for a number 7D though, is that? I mean, if a person doesn't start the season.
Well, we have 8 here right now, so we'll see where that goes.
And your goaltending, you'll play it by ear, you still want them both playing?
Yeah, Schmitty, the plan was to play Schmitty a whole game tonight, and then I'll get with Schwartzy after tonight. I don't want Koss to be out too long either, so we'll see where that last game gets us. But it's Schmitty. Schmitty playing a game in 2/3 here in the last couple days will get him to where he wanted to be. I thought he was pretty good the other night. He's looking forward to playing again tonight.
Dave, for years in Arizona, you didn't necessarily have a lot of top-end, high-end skill guys, but a lot of your depth players, you found them to all find ways to contribute offensively. Colby Cave's a player who gets a lot of opportunities, hasn't finished. Is there a way to help him become a guy who can finish more?
Yeah, players always just continue to work on skill development. That's part of it. The thing about Colby Cave is he's a real steady player. He's a guy that, from a coaching standpoint, you have guys like that. You look down on the bench and you got kind of a hard job to do, and you look at him and say, you know what, he can probably get the job done for me. So there's a reliability that comes with that. Now, that being said, there is an expansion of offense that you'd like to see out of his game, and he'll continue to work at it. He makes some good plays. His finish around the net is something that he can continue to work on all the time, but real committed player, good role player, and he's had a good camp for us.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Slowly.
Just a little bit about getting another chance to sort of show your game and continue to work towards a spot on the team.
Yeah, sure. I was waiting for that. Gut feeling the second game was way better than the first. And I keep working every day to improve my game, to have the feeling on the small ice. And I got the feeling it's coming. But I need to play, so I'm happy to play tonight.
Do you have to do something special when you play? Like, you can play good, but you have to show the coaches I can really do this thing well.
Actually, I have to concentrate on the right thing, like play solid in the D zone because that's what they want from me, and then bring something in the offense zone. So for sure I have to do better in that. I got the feeling in the D zone was pretty good the first two games, but in front that was not enough. So I have to bring on my game and be a little bit dangerous in the attack.
How much pressure are you under to do something? If you're back in Swiss League, you're an established player there. You come here, all of a sudden, you only get so many games to show them what you can do.
Yeah, sure. Actually, it's a good pressure. I mean, I got nothing to lose, only something to win. So I just have to prove it. And every time I get a chance, show to the coach, then I can play in this league. And yeah, I'm really excited to play tonight. And I hope, I can make a step up in my game. Like I said, first game I was not happy. Second was better. Now we got a third. I hope I can get a step more.
Gaetan, you talked about the component of adjusting to the smaller ice. Now, in terms of your expectations, has it been as difficult as an adjustment period as you imagined, or has the transition been pretty smooth?
Actually, at the beginning, when we were doing technical stuff, I got the feeling was pretty easy. Like I got a good adaptation. But when we start to play to make 3-on-2 rush or play the game, I feel different. You got like less time, less space, and yeah, you have to adapt. I think you need time for that, but actually I don't have a lot of time. So yeah, I just have to try to do my best every day. Yeah, like I say, I feel better every day. So now I don't know, it's like 1 month, so should be good. Yeah, second game I feel way better. So I start to know how the game goes, and yeah, tonight is another chance, so I have to take it.
You don't want to go to Bakersfield. You don't want to go to McManus.
Actually, we didn't talk about this right now. Right now I'm here, so I try to take the chance, take a spot, and then if it's not enough, then we have to talk with the GM and agent. What are the possibilities?
Thanks, Gaetan.
Thomas, sounds like maybe you'll get a chance to play a little bit with Connor tonight. How big an opportunity is this for you, trying to grab one of these spots on this team?
It's huge, obviously. Connor's one of the best, if not best player in the world, so it's great, and it's a great chance for me, and I'm excited for it.
You had back issues, obviously, the last couple of years, but it looks like you're moving pretty well, and you still got your quickness. Just talk a little bit what you sort of have to battle through to get back to the same level of mobility you had before.
Yeah, I've had 2 back surgeries in the last 3 years, so it's been tough. But I work really hard to get back where I'm right now, and it gets stiff, and it's a lot of worrying about it, making sure that everything's all right, exercise and all that. But I feel great right now, and I figured out what to do to feel great, and just gonna keep doing that.
Do you have to do stretching and stuff before the games? Raise your back? All
Yeah,
that
a lot of stuff. Some of it is stretching and all that. So.
Thomas, Dave was just saying how there's 2 spots in the top 6 that are kind of open, right? One on the line with Nugent Hopkins and Neal, and another one with McDavid and Draisaitl. You sense that opportunity, and how do you enter that, not putting too much pressure on yourself, but at the same time wanting to make a good impression?
Yeah, it's hard, not putting pressure, but just trying to not think about it and just to go out there and play my game and work hard, and hopefully that's gonna, if I play my game and work hard, it's gonna be enough to convince them.
How do you think you've played in the exhibition so far?
I played. I think I played pretty good. You know, I felt pretty good. Obviously, those are first 2 games of the season, so it's it's a little harder, a little different than being in the mid-season. But I thought I played pretty good, and I felt pretty well.
You're still young. How do you feel when people say, "Okay, he's got to prove he can play"? You're not 30. You're still only very young.
Yeah, I'm 26.
So you're kind of in the middle. Yeah.
I'm somewhere in the middle. Yeah, like we said, last few years they've been really tough for me because of all the surgeries I had. So I lost, a few years with the surgeries. A couple of years I was playing 8 minutes a game. That's really hard to to produce or to do something. So it's all in the past, and I don't think about it anymore. Now I'm looking into the future and working really hard to have a bright future. So I don't look too much into the past.
Did you have back problems before you got to Detroit, or did you just get hit in a game and it became worse?
That's where it started. Yeah, it wasn't really a hit. It was just overused.
Overuse?
I guess not hit.
You're young.
I know. I don't know. Hard questions.
Okay.
Thanks, Tomas.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yesterday, Dave said that he told us he skated up to you and said, knock, knock. What did you take that to mean, and maybe just talk about the opportunity that's there?
It means a lot. I'm excited. It's a good opportunity, and he came up to me, and I told him, I'm ready to go. Just made sure I was going to take care of myself away from the rink and make sure I'm ready mentally, and I think I'm ready to go.
Ethan, he talked about how you came to camp really dedicated, you had really good testing, 3rd year as a pro. It might seem like an odd thing. Does it take a while to really understand how much dedication it really takes to be an NHL player, maybe more so off the ice than on?
Absolutely. I had a lot of life lessons I had to learn down in Bakersfield, and with older guys coming down, and I guess watching Andre Secka, when he came down, and just the way he conducted himself off the ice, and just his work ethic, and I just kind of picked up off the little things he did well, and with eating habits, and then always taking care of your body. So that was a huge thing for me. So I'm really happy I figured it out.
Ethan, how do you see yourself fitting in with Oscar Klefbom on a pair?
I don't know. We'll see. He's a good player. I just got to play my game and make sure I'm confident moving the puck well.
How can you complement him, do you think?
I don't know. Just playing my game, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your game is a really good puck mover. I think you've always had a reputation coming out of Seattle as a good offensive guy. But maybe your defensive zones play maybe a little bit underrated. Jay Woodcroft talked about how he saw a real big improvement in that area. How did you improve your reads in the D zone the last few years?
Well, I always take pride in it. The defensive zone first. That's as a defenseman. That's your job, right? So. You know, as much as you like to be on the offense, you gotta defend first in order to get there. So that I really make sure, you know, I'm focused on that stuff and I'm doing it right.
The strategy from the coach, both of them, Playfair and Tippett, is really want the defenseman to move the puck, quick passes in the offensive zone, but then jump out, in the D zone, but then really get involved offensively. Like, it really seems your skill set as a guy who can think and move the puck. Like, it seems that this structure is almost kind of built for your overall game.
Yeah, you know, I like the way, you know, the system is, and well, like for myself, it's all about being confident. You know, getting up there, using my legs, and you know, when I get that puck, you know, making the right plays. And you know, I'm feeling good about it. You know, I'm not too worried about, you know, my abilities to, you know, to do those things. So, you know, I'm just making sure I'm focused and ready to go.
Ethan, a lot of talk has been made about you coming into camp in great shape, and you've mentioned that multiple times now. Was there a moment where you sat down, reflecting, you're like, okay, this is the amount of work I need to do to get an NHL spot come October?
Yeah, it's just I mean, like the work part, like you do it every day, but it's honestly like the little details of just, you know, making sure you're eating the right foods, getting proper rest, just feeling your body the right way, and because like, no matter who you are, you're always going to be doing the right things, but it depends on, you know, how you treat your body. So that was, yeah.